backloggers? Welcome back to another bite-sized episode of the Backlog Breakdown. And this time, you're getting a 2-for-1 deal. I don't know. You've got both of your hosts here on this episode. That's the pro, right? You get us both, Josh and Nate, brothers in Christ here. I guess the con is that we don't have too much to talk about, but that's what a bite size is. I guess the other pro is that someone's going to win some cold hard cash monies. So that's a big pro,
maybe
right?
some digital currencies. It might
Digital,
not be cold
hard, digital ones and zeros into your not bank account, but your account, your digital platform of choice account, and it might be you who's listening right now. You might win. So,
well, I'm
listening.
assuming that whoever does win this will listen to this or watch this at some point,
or they won't get their monies. So, it could be you. Keep listening.
It could be you.
Could be. It's you. It's you. You did it. You win.
You did it.
You win.
Yay, you win.
Just by listening. Actually, no, you don't win the monies, but just by listening. You win by asking us a question. So we've had this section of the podcast for quite a while. In fact, you know what? I like listening to this. It is the section of our podcast.
What?
It's called
What's your quest?
Your quest. Shun. What is your question? Where we get questions from you guys. And guess what? You get a gift card if you submitted the best question.
The winner
gets,
and it's not even the best question, because it's not like we don't actually like go back and like re-examine it. What we do is like you submit the questions, and then each question that we read, like that gets submitted, we throw that name into a random name generator thingamajig.
Name generator. Wow, we're giving people names too.
Well, okay. So this thing that I'm looking at is called wheelofnames.com.
Okay.
So
that works. I'm sure you could also ask,
I put the aforementioned. So let's just let's real quick, not to get like too wild here. We'll just sort of talk about our entrance.
Okay.
And Sojourner had a question, and some of these, like Josh, like in sort of recovering this information, it was like, oh, we definitely need to take like better notes.
Sure. Yeah.
As far as like,
that's on us.
Yeah, that's on us. That's a failure on us. But we
just answer the questions, but we
just answer them. We don't like listen. And by the time we get to them in most episodes, we're probably a little like sleep drunk at that point.
I cannot emphasize how little we actually think about these questions.
So some of these we don't actually have the full question, and I was like, I'm not going back and listening just to get that. Like, I'm just not doing that. I'm not scrubbing through all that audio. Sorry, I like you guys. I don't like you that much. But someday I'll talk pretty. Not today. So Sojourner had a question about strange gaming anecdotes. Our buddy John McKelvey, aka McKelvis, had a question about delicious Pokemon. At which point in time, I'm pretty sure I just responded with just derision and maybe like mild outrage.
And yet it still got entered.
It still got entered. Well,
so
that's because you put. I'm pretty sure that was your pick.
Probably. Let's be honest.
Probably. Spike said he asked a question about idle games and their place in the industry. Porcho asked, "What was the last game that you played that made you feel like it was a total waste of time?" Our buddy Jono submitted a question. The games that make it feel like a total waste of time. You know what though? And what I will say is, I think just by nature of like one, just like sort of the internet and everything else, like I think we've managed to dodge a fair amount of bullets. Like we haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't played too much in recent years that I'm like, no, that sucked.
Right. It's funny to think about because we're so digitally connected nowadays, but way back when, if I put myself in the shoes of like teenage or preteen Josh, um, back in those days, you could easily pick up a cheap old video game, an NES game,
That was
and it'd be
total butts.
complete garbage. Yeah, exactly. Just total
Mm-hmm.
butts. You put it
Total
in.
butts.
Man, this thing is butts, you know?
Such
Happened all the
butts.
time. You blow it in the cartridge, you put it in your system. This
And
is
you're
just
like,
butts.
for real? This is butts, dude.
Yeah.
Man, if we
I'm
were
just telling you
monetized,
now,
if we were monetized, we might actually be verging on getting demonetized.
I'm not gonna use that for the thumbnail, okay? Even though it would be funny,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use that for
So moving
you know,
along
the
here.
1990 NES classic, Butts, the video game. Okay,
Butts the
moving
video
on.
game. Jono submitted a question asking if they made a sequel to Shadow of the Colossus that included hook shots, but I
Mhm.
had to play a Sonic the Hedgehog. Would I still play it?
Ooh,
Um, and I'm pretty sure, like, I actually remember this. It was a
okay.
little traumatic for me, and I'm pretty sure the response was somewhere along the lines of like, "How dare you, you degenerate? Um, how dare you, sir?" But yeah, that still hurts, Jono. Still hurts.
Mm.
Trash Turkey says, question for the bros. What show from your childhood are you excited to share with your kids? My kids really enjoyed The Adventures of Pete and Pete, which was a favorite of mine in the early 90s. I don't remember what my answer was, but you know what is
Okay.
kind of been interesting is that we have been playing, we have Disney Plus or whatever.
Mhm.
And we've been playing, like, occasionally I'll turn on The Adventures of the Gummy Bears, like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
Disney afternoon
Mhm.
cartoon. And Byron kind of he gets into it every once in a while. So
Nice. Bouncing
yeah,
here and there and everywhere.
dude, I love the Gummy Bears. Like,
Nice.
that's such a
I
yeah.
actually didn't watch it as a kid. I don't think I've ever seen it because I think I get it confused with Care Bears.
Mm.
I know. They're not the same thing. I know
Mm,
that. But like I remember seeing some episodes of the Care Bears show, so I don't think I've seen Gummy Bears.
Gummy
But
Bears,
I know of it. I know of
it's
it. I just didn't actually watch it.
it's like
So
peak 80s 90s Disney
sweet.
afternoon. Like, it's not great
Hmm.
animation. It's just kind of cheap, but
Sure.
it's fun, and
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
got some heart.
Yeah. No, maybe I have. And I just get them just in my brain because I did a quick Google search and it looks super familiar. Maybe I have seen it and I just still get them confused, even though I've seen both of them. So
Well,
I don't
if
know.
you have Disney Plus or you get Disney
Yeah.
Plus at some point, like, it's a fun watch. Like, it's
Check
not
it
gonna
out.
like blow your mind, but it's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Sweet.
Like, it makes it like, hey, like, cartoons were actually like kind of cool at one point in time. Like, they didn't just and yeah. Anyways, there's a reason I
Gotcha.
love cartoons, and Disney's Gummy Bears actually contributed to some of that. But anyways, for the next one, we both just agreed on just this one question. I think we both brought this to the table, but it's from our buddy John McKelvey, aka McKelvis, again,
Hmm.
asking us, how do you feel about using guides, walkthroughs, exploits, cheats, etc.? um do you think it takes away from the gaming experience versus figuring out everything for yourself, or vice versa? So we both agreed with that. So he gets another entry there.
Nice.
Um, we had a question from our buddy Quickmark over from Quick Play, the podcast formerly known as 11 and a half minutes that talk about video games. And he asked us, what would you, if you could, what would you rename the street name that you currently live on? Um, you just had an abundance of garbage wordplay answers.
That was a very fun, uh, yeah, shut up and
I
drive. That
I
one was
did not.
fun. It
Yep,
was a
yep,
very
yep,
fun
yep.
answer.
Yeah,
I'm sure I
I
have it
don't
written
like it.
down somewhere because I
I'm
enjoyed it just so much.
yeah.
But
I I didn't appreciate. I like Mark. I thought the question was sort of interesting. I did not probably have a great answer to it, but I hated all of your answers.
mhm,
Um,
all of them.
all of
I
them.
just hate them.
Our buddy Porcho again asking, what is the most inappropriate thing to microwave at work? I do remember sort of that being an interesting conversation. I mean, the obvious answer is fish. Fish is always like the most inappropriate thing to microwave pretty much anywhere, including your own home. Don't do it. It's disgusting. It stinks.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Dude, listen, if you got to reheat fish, throw it in a toaster oven or an oven.
That's true. That's true.
Like, don't be a degen.
You won me over. Yeah.
Like, gross, man.
Yeah.
Ugh. But and then McElvis again, and now this time he actually got a double whammy on this one, because you picked the question. Wait, no.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, raggy.
No. Okay. I just see what I did there. Never mind. But he got another one.
Yes.
But he asked a question about gaming memories.
Okay.
And
you remember?
If you had any particular gaming memories, in regards to blur.
I think wasn't that the one
it was
about...
like it was the dude, this does not seem right to me, but like, you know what? I feel like we're missing something. You know what? If we borked it, we'll fix it later. I don't care.
Fix it in post. Got it.
We'll fix it in post, or like if we need to do any, like whatever. Like, dude, yeah. This is just, it's on us. If we screw this up, like that's on us. Then
cool.
Yeah, because we're super professional podcasters. Anyways, John asked the question about gaming memories, and it was sort of like, what's something that's gaming adjacent that you have fond memories of? And so he was like, you know, and I think we kind of had a little bit of a conversation about like going into game stores, picking up like games from like the bargain bin. And I brought up like, I really miss kind of like the really premium game guides and stuff like that. And
strategy guides,
yeah. Anyways, so that's an overview of all the questions that are in the drawing. So
nice.
All that being said, I guess it's time.
Is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I put all those names into Wheel of Names. And so one of the things we did this year, or this iteration, is that every time you got a question in, your name got thrown in the hat. So
here we go. Let's spin the wheel. I don't know what song usually plays. I haven't seen Wheel of Fortune in forever.
Dun, 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 dun. Something like that. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Give me an R.
Okay.
Give me an S.
And let's.
Would you like to buy a vowel?
It's doing the little like Wheel of Fortune thing.
Okay.
You could.
Here it goes. It's spinning. Look at that thing spin.
Oh my!
With your ears.
Despite all odds. You know, so McElvis had several entries in here,
right?
But and so did our other winner, Porcho. Porcho, that stinking Canadian, and he actually made some cheeky remark about like just doing it over and over again until we got his name. But I think this was foreordained that yeah. So he actually won.
Oh, Porcho won it. By the way, you just called him a Canadian when he's an Australian. But anyways,
well, it's the same. It's practically the same thing. Like Canadians,
it's not America.
Canadians and Australians are the Canadians of the Southern Hemisphere.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't.
That's very different.
It's the same. They're not Americans. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's our very American opinions. Is that just throw them in a hat. Whatever. Oh. You non-Americans who have to work on July 4th.
Yeah. Jeez. Degenerates. But no, Porcho. So I guess the Lord has looked favorably upon you this fine evening, And at some point in time in the nearest future, you get a hold of us, you tell us how you want that, and we will, we'll figure it out. You know, you'll get a prize to the equivalent of 25 American dollars, which is probably like 50 Australian dollars.
I don't know the conversion rate.
Dude, I know that Canada's got real bad there for a while.
Yeah.
So,
well, everything's crazy. Yeah. I don't know how much the conversion rate is with all the current tariffs too. That throws a wrench in everything.
Yeah. So
I'm just kidding. Anyways, so congratulations, Portro. Contact us. We'll get you your cold hard ones and zeros. For everyone else, just know that we do this every 6 months. That we have our giveaway for the money if you ask us a question. So we'd love to field some of your questions. It's fun for us to answer these questions on the podcast, or if you have another suggestion for us, hey, maybe you don't want us to answer questions. Maybe you have something else. Maybe you have some other ideas. We'd love to hear that as well. However you want to get a hold of us, there's tons of ways. Check out the Linktree, linktree.com/the backlog breakdown, Discord, email, all that fun stuff. Reach out to us and ask us questions or suggest something else. And if you suggest something better than the what is your question segment, there may be a gift card in it for you as well.
Yeah. So. Hey, yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah.
But we love the interaction.
Up with it, like if you come up with a better segment that will sort of like integrate interaction and help us like sort of like give back to the audience, also and the community at large, that would be kind of sick. So
we love it. Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
Help us to help you.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. You should totally edit in the Wheel of Fortune like theme song over that. But I mean, what are they gonna do? Copyright strike us like for like using a
probably
15-second? Probably.
I'm kidding.
Because we're a massive podcast and like
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
everyone's gonna take us down for whatever reason.
Just like they're out to crush us.
But we just want to give back to the people. Giving out these gift cards all the time. So, guys, thanks for tuning in for this bite size. We're coming at you with more full on episode next week. So you can wait with bated breath.
Well, not
for that.
We.
You. Oh, that's right. It's only
and a friend
because wibbly wobbly timely wimely things
because of events.
Yes, because of the future and how it's connected and then how it was redeemed. Yeah. Anyway, someone should chronicle it someday in maybe like 3 different parts.
You're just the worst. I hate it.
Maybe I should chop that portion out with a blade. A very specific kind of blade. Anyways, all will make sense in time, dear listener, watcher, viewer, whoever you are. If you're paying, dear person who is paying attention to us right now in this moment.
If Josh's disgusting wordplay hasn't made you sick, violently ill. Yeah.
Or hopefully you're not too xenophobic. Anyways, but this is about the end of our
I can't even say that I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed because I am both angry and disappointed.
I can't believe this. Why is this not over?
Well, guys, until next time, you guys do the things, and we'll do the things. So.
Yeah, keep beating down your backlogs, and we'll keep breaking down the benefits. How about those things? Don't usually say that on a bite size, but you get it this time for this bite size. So
there you go.
Until next time, cheers.